Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Monday, July the 24th, race number 8 at Saratoga. Stakes action, turf sprinters. Let's take a look at the field for the Caress at 5.5 on the inner turf. A big field, looks like a nice betting race.
Yeah, it definitely does. For the opening weekend of this Saratoga meet is, I'll call it 4 days of impossible turf sprints on these cards. I mean, this is just another one. It's a wide open race.
Head on over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com. Download your free Formulator past performances for the Caress Stakes and handicap along with us as we take this field in post position order. Mike, the number 1, Paquita Coqueta, is very, very fast out of the gate. The misdirection, she won it going 6.5, 2 starts back. I really don't think she's a 6.5 filly. I think this slightly shorter distance is going to work to her advantage. Chad Summers going to try to work some of that Mind Your Biscuits magic.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with her. She is fast, you're right about that. And I do agree with you that shorter is probably better for her. I don't know. I don't love her races in Southern California. I think she's probably going to have to run better, improve upon those races if she's going to win this, but maybe she can do it.
The number 2 is Mississippi Delta, likely one of the choices in this race. We have a positive formulator fact from Mark Cassie. Limited positive data. Older last out winners in turf sprints off minor layoffs. 2 for his last 6, a 386 ROI. Mississippi Delta had a perfectly timed ride by Jose Lizcano last time out, getting the jump on Conquest Baba Yaga and held off the ex-Cassie trainee to win by a head. Now, conversely, we talked about Paquita Coqueta liking shorter distances. I think Mississippi Delta is better at 7.
Yeah, I do too. I wonder if the cut back to 5.5 actually helps her. I think it might actually hurt her. She ran fine last time, take nothing away from her, and she's a good horse. I worry about this distance for her a little bit. I'm not so sure it suits her.
Summer Reading, Top Connections, the number 3, Javier Castellano, Jimmy Jerkins, a winner on dirt most recently. That's where she's done most of the damage in her career.
That's true, although she's a filly who I'm going to use in this race because I think she's fine on turf. There are ways to go back through some of her turf races and make some real excuses for her, and there are a couple of them anywhere where she ran really well even though she didn't win. I'm going to use her. She's going to need the right trip, though.
The number 4, Ela, brings some speed to the party for a good trainer in Ralph Nix. Last time out, caught a good turf course in the very one at Pimlico. The start before that waxed a weak field, and now winners are one other than at Gulfstream. But you'll know this filly early.
Yeah, she's got speed. This is a tough spot for her. If you want to give her the, given the ground excuse for that last one, I guess that's fine, but really, she was no match for those horses.
Wesley Ward trained some fast horses, and he has one in the 5, Ruby Notion, who scored against Allowance Company last time out at Churchill Downs. She didn't break great from the rail, but she was able to be sent on through, attacked on the 2-path on the turn. I thought it was a solid enough performance. I wonder if there's any more there, or that's kind of her best, the 89 to 90 buyer range.
I kind of wondered that as well. Not that a 90 wouldn't give her a look in this race. A 90 would give her a look in this race. I thought it was a kind of a tough spot for her.
The number 6, Pretty Perfection, was on fire at Gulfstream Park to begin the year, winning 3 races, 2 of them stakes. Last time out at Presque Isle Downs. Now, maybe synthetic is not going to be her game. I thought that was a very disappointing loss because she had 3 lengths on that field turning into the stretch, and a long shot ran her down late. I think her turf form is solid. She has races fast enough to win. I think better than all of that, she's going to be a solid price in a wide open race.
I like that she's going to be a price, and you know that she's good enough to win. I'm concerned that personally, I feel like she's tailed off a little bit in her last few races, and that bothers me because I don't think you want to be coming into a field like this one without your best form, and that might be the case with her, but she's good enough to win.
Yeah, she was so good early this year, you have to wonder if it took some of the starch out of her. Everything Lovely is the number 7, a very solid horse trained by Kate DeMasi. She's earned over $340,000. She's been in the money in her last 6 races, and she has speed.
Yeah, she's another horse. Probably wants to be forward in this race. Has a couple of races on the go back that would make her really tough in here, but her last couple of races are not her best races. That race 2 back in it was at Penn, and I know it was on yielding turf, and maybe that's her excuse, but I mean, Night Delight just drilled her in there.
Let's take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector for the Caress Stakes. We have the 8, Animal Appeal, very fast New York bred by Jeremiah Engelhardt, out there with the 7, out there with the 1, Paquita Coqueta. Animal Appeal scored last time out against Open 1 Expos. To me, she's not the most reliable horse in the world, but she is fast.
She's really fast. That was a wicked fast pace she was on last time. It was a nice rebound effort for a Belmont. To me, here's the thing with her. First of all, she's cross-entered into an allowance race on Sunday, and I think they might go. If she runs there, she's going to be super tough. This would be tougher for her. She's really fast. She's tailor-made for 5.5 over firm turf at Saratoga, and I don't know if they can keep her from the front if she breaks, but I don't know that she's going to run in this race.
I'm not Miss Ella's biggest fan, but I have to admit she's a graded stakes winner on dirt. She's a graded stakes winner on turf. She has the tactical speed to sit the second flight just off the leaders. She certainly fits, but she always seems to take a little bit too much money for my taste.
We look at her exactly the same same way, Dan. She can win this race. She's a contender. If I play the pick 4, I'm probably going to have her for at least 50 cents, but I'm not a huge fan.
Trainer Susan Cooney did a great job with the 10 Carolina Shag, getting this one ready to run off almost a 2-year layoff last time out, winning at Laurel. Giant step up in class.
It is. I like that she came back running off the layoff, though. The other thing that I like about her, I think this is probably too tough for her, but I like that this is a field full of speed, and she will close in these shorter turf sprints. That's a good thing for her.
Jason Service reclaimed the 11 Blue Bahia, got her back in the Blue Sparkler last time out at Monmouth, and this is a horse who had shown big speed in her races. She let the pace go, she sat in behind, she just split through the narrowest of seams in mid-stretch, and she kept on going, and she beat 4 next out winners that day.
Yeah, that's what I liked about her too. I mean, her turf sprint form is obviously good. It's against weaker horses for the most part, but it's obviously good. She broke right to the front in that race last time, but they did not even try for the lead, and she was comfortable raiding off the pace in that race before she came through between horses, and she settled it quickly in there. The best race she's ever run for a trainer who just, to me, he can just do anything. I think he's got this horse good right now.
Fairpoint had a good trip in the Intercontinental, went behind Mississippi Delta on Belmont Stakes week. An even performance. I like her better at the shorter distance, especially with a lot of pace. Tough post position.
Yeah, the post position doesn't do anything for me. I guess turning back could really help her because she did flatten out pretty badly in that last one. She'd gone 7 effectively before, so I was a little surprised, but I think you're right. Maybe 5.5 is better for her.
Let's take a look at our top picks for Monday's race of the day, the Caress Stakes. You're going with Blue Bahia for trainer Jason Service.
I thought this race was really tough. I thought maybe she was a horse who would offer a little bit of value in here, and I love her last race.
Pretty Perfection, hoping to get back to her best Gulfstream form. She's going to be a good price. She's got nice tactical speed. I'm going to go 6, 2, 12, and 5 in the $200,000 Caress Stakes. If you're playing the Monday Spa card from home, please, please, please sign up to DRF Bets. You get a 10% win place takeout on 10 select tracks all summer long, plus a $300 cash bonus, and you find out more at drf.com/take10. Approximate post time for the Caress, race number 8 at the Spa on Monday, 5:02 Eastern. Best of luck.